Fury, why haven't you called any of your special friends down?
This is personal. We can't keep depending on these superheroes to swoop in and save our asses. None of them have lived the life I have. None of them can defend the world the way I can. The only power I have was planted between my ears by a single mother and wrapped around my finger by a woman who's far greater than I could ever hope to be. If that ain't enough, then I don't know what hope we have. If that ain't enough, maybe I am just dust.
Breath Tao 7. Welcome. I am more than a teacher, coach. I'm a living reminder reflecting breath and its multidimensional characteristics. On the breathing journey, contrast is more important than rhythm. Your perception of time, taking in a 4-second inhale, etc., could actually mean 5.6.7. The counting of breath itself is less taxing mentally on the subconscious mind computing. Time, as we think of it, is not innate to the natural world. In case no one told you, the world belongs in your breath, not your shoulders. You filter consciousness in how you want to experience it instead of making it a burden. They will call it voodoo when you breathe life into your dreams, transmuting in the physical. Alchemy breathwork is medication for mental health and deficiencies without deteriorating side effects. Breathe life into what builds. Doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you don't stop breathing, there is still opportunity. Out of many fractals, we are one inhale and exhale. Dealing with grief is what makes us human. Breathing through it together is what makes us family. If you're congested in your breathing after eating or drinking, you either consume too much or what you're consuming is causing you more mucus. Use the breath to navigate what's happening in your body. Spirituality is a place a lot of people go to hide from mental illness till they realize everything is spiritual and there is no hiding from themselves. The sky is not the limit. What you choose to breathe life into is. The breath is a string connecting to every dimension possible you can think of. Where there is a thought, there is a breath behind it. Breathe life into the greatest version of yourself you can think of. Most importantly, feel. The breath gives you the best of all worlds. A philosopher is a lover of wisdom. The emotional scars you have are badges of your breath journey. Before gazing onto planetary cycles, tap back into your breath patterns. You're going to need it to travel to that point anyway. Prioritize the quality of the ride heading to the destination. The spirit form generates the dark matter form. The dark matter form generates the light form. And the light form generates the physical, matter, atomic form. Hence, we are all black airbenders. You either choose the pain of growth and discipline or the pain of non-action without intent, leading towards regret. Dear cancel culture, aim higher, go for the IRS, processed foods, disharmonious breathing habits influencing reality. God is in your essence. Check your breath for reference. I want to give a shout out to the breath. It's one of my biggest investors in everything I do. When you compete with others, you run out of breath chasing what they have. When you compete with what you're capable of, another breath is there waiting to be used for unlimited potential. Within the center, less energy is needed when a solid foundation keeps you afloat on the path to growth. You'll crash more chasing dopamine. Breathing life into purpose will have a clear path with less blind spots. Mental breathwork in everyday life takes triggers head on, focusing on transmutation instead of allowing the trauma to settle in. Triggers arise exposing our most vulnerable parts, allowing us to breathe into improving the relationship or allowing it to dictate the path. Breathing life into silence with intention sends ripples into the manifested action. Those withdrawal times are great points in time to rewire with nasal breathing patterns, sending biofeedback to parasitic nature of addiction to the root. Beyond the attachment to the physical thing, we are also addicted and attached to breathing patterns they induce, to layers within cellular communication. True meditation has no destination. The breath reminds us of this natural law. All things forever in their proper places.